are back. So, hello everyone, it's your favorite programming error that just refuses to be fixed code here. And we are back with more Minecraft. What a fine day to be doing more of that, am I right? Give me a second, I'm just making sure everything is properly set up. And let's get some music in here. And I feel like the music for the day, I don't even have to mention what it is. I think everyone will immediately know what music is playing. Alright. So there we go. And once again, too many things have spawned in here. I need to figure out a way to prevent spawns. I don't know how. I don't know how I can prevent mob spawns from happening. I just really wish I could. How does that not hit? There we go. Yeah, it is that time already. Time flies sometimes, doesn't it? Time to be flying. Are you immune to the wither effect? Doesn't look like you were taking damage. Also, damn you. Another reason why I want these things to just stop spawning, because they ruin my flower arrangements by existing. Or rather, by me having to kill them. Well, anyway, let's deposit the stuff real quick and then we'll get to work for the day. And most of this stuff I can just toss in back here. There we go. Center area OSD. You know what? Might as well. Might as well. Why not? Oh, right. I wanted to grab the signs. Actually, signs plural. Because I'm already going to be putting down the sign for tomorrow. Because this is basically another 2-for-1 special. Alright. Where are we at? Here. Stream number 85. Which is, and I actually got to check exactly how this one is called. I'll just make it easy on myself and just do it like this. Heh. There. And then the next one. Polymorph. I'm looking forward to having this one. It's gonna make things so much nicer. So much more manageable. Alright. Next up. I should probably grab some bone meal because I have a strong feeling that the trees have not grown. So, yeah. Let's go bone meal. And finish growing those trees. Oh look, some more stuff is oxidizing. Oh well, it's stage 1 of oxidization, so it's gonna take a while longer, but still, progress. Progress is progress. Yeah, figures that the trees haven't grown. Alright, I should probably... There we go. You're kidding. Really? You really don't want to grow at all? Also, hi Bagel Man, hello. I hate what I'm about to do, but I think the only way to get them to grow is to... I should have done it before I started the wall, in all honesty. Let's hope it works from here. Let's hope that has enough range to reach down there. Oh! Okay, apparently it has plenty of vertical range. Good to know.
Hi, it's me.
Oh, and we're immediately getting your reality now, huh?
I've been like practicing piano and stuff. Not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song.
Let's go maybe
I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you.
right here.
I worked really hard on it. So yeah.
Next one is here. Alright. This one should do the trick. And then, final one. There it is. And we shall place this one right here. Okay, let's let these trees do their thing for a hot minute, but I think they are already basically... Well, some of them are already basically done, huh? Yeah, no, this side is looking great already. Yeah, I think we're done with this one. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Spinne, Bagel Man, hope you're both having a great day. There we go. Whee! So weird to have actual blue water now. Imagine that. Whoop. Wait. There we go, now it's a tree. Send in voice chat one. I have not checked that in a bit. I probably should recheck that. Because I do figure I missed a few sessions, didn't I? Life was a bit busy for me recently. Alright, there's gonna be more. Again, I should not waste all this stuff. This is valuable EMC, which I do need to desperately replenish after what happened as part of this build project. Because, dear God, I have consumed most of my assets. Just to build a purely decorative area that will probably not be seeing too much actual use. It's faster to just go normally than it is to just do it this way. Damn it, don't be stuck now. There we go. You just get sapling spawns and then turn those into full trees and put all this stuff, including saplings, except one block back in the infinite. I mean, yes, but it's still a process of me having to actually mine, which, you know, takes time. But yeah, I can totally grow saplings and probably get more EMC back from the wood than I spent to get the saplings. That much is true. It would take a while to get a lot of EMC that way. Because, you know, the expensive stuff costs way more than the trees. Auto tree farm and boom. I could also just make a cobblestone generator, which would be easier. An automatic cobblestone generator would be way easier than an automatic tree farm, and it would yield similar results, probably better ones because of how simple the setup would be. Also, I get passive infinite EMC already, technically. Just by existing. Because Natsuki keeps giving me cupcakes, which do have an EMC value. So yeah, Natsuki's cupcakes are infinite energy, so... Generators and easy. Yeah. I mean, I should probably do that eventually. I am definitely bound to enter the age of automation at some point, especially since I do have the create mod after all. I'm not sure if auto feeding into the EMC thing is an option I have. It might not be. I think I think the transmutation table might be like player specific. At least I think that's how it works. Like each player has their, like, similar to an ender chest, in which case automatically feeding into it wouldn't work. But again, that's just a theory. I have not actually been able to confirm that because I am playing in single player after all. Okay, let's grab the last bit of stuff over here. But yeah, all of a sudden this area is starting to look quite nice. Okay, next on the agenda is me finishing the dome. I missed. Okay, let's see. Let me double check to confirm that I'm on the continuing from the right layer. So this is 4 2 2 1 2 1, yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6 at the longest point. Yup, it's accurate. Okay, in that case, I'm ready to go one layer further up, and let's see how that works. Oh! Oh my! Okay, so that's 1 2 3. Why, it's only 3. Yes. And then it continues all the way across. Okay, that's a change. That's 2 2 2. Then it's 1 1 1 1 4 times, right? Yes, and then it's once again into 3 sets of 2. So 1 2 3. And then back into the full line across over here. back into 1, 2, 3 sets of these, into 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we'll definitely be able to get the construction done today. We made very good progress last time, after all. Seriously, a lot more progress than I thought we would. And once again, at some point, we will be taking a step back to finish one more room and move in the next waifu. Which I think it's only fitting that today we finish moving in the last of the dokis. You know, I think Deadly would be kind of upset if he knew that I had so many options and I didn't go for Sayori yet. I only summoned Sayori once to hang her. I think it's about time I summon her again to actually move her in. Plus, it just makes sense to finish off with the dokis while DDLC OST is playing in a stream. Alright, next layer done. Moving one higher. Okay. Ah yes, perfect quote. Thank you very much. Okay, and now what do we have? God, what is that? So that's from the main one. 3. Is that right? And then this should be 8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that matches. Good. So then it's 2, 2, 1, 2 again. Man, we love going 2, 2, 1, 2. And then we go 2, 1, 2, 2. Wait. No, I dropped one! Can't waste EMC here, it's precious. It's going to be full white because, again, the space is entirely an interior base. The exterior, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't exist. We don't want to know that there is an exterior beyond these walls. Because look how ugly it is. So as 1, 2, 2 into 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And extend it this way. 2, 2. 1. 2. Into 2 into 1 into 2, 2 into 3. Honestly, I knew this would be a big one, but still, it's just now hitting me that, yeah, no, this building a massive dome is definitely a project that takes time. 2, 2, 1. It also feels kind of weird to see trees have a somewhat more normal color now over there. Don't worry, I should really get rid of them. Those trees were ever only there temporarily, and now they've been there for who knows how long already. It really is about time for me to get rid of them. Anyway, that's another layer almost done. There we go. moving on to the next one. Let's see it. Okay, we're doing another long one this time. Starting on these two. And then it follows through all the way. There we go. Yeah, just the outer two. Okay. Then 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2. Okay, that's simple enough. That's a simple enough pattern to follow. And this one goes all the way across again. And then it's 2, 2, 2. Into 1, 1, 1. Into 2, 2, 2. Man, this is easy. And I'm getting paid for my troubles in cupcakes. Living the dream over here. Tomodachi Life reference, haha. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Say that again. I don't know what you mean. I mean, surprisingly, it's very fitting considering that in Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, apparently I did immediately get together with Natsuki. So the fact that I am saying Living the Dream while getting paid in Natsuki's cupcakes, it just felt so natural, because it is very natural at this point. Okay, I'm gonna need more blocks again. Jesus! I do sometimes keep forgetting the confetti and everything. Gabe, hello! Welcome on in, welcome! Thank you for the raid! Hope your investigations went well. Hope you turned the shit out of those trials. But yeah, welcome on in. I'm currently still in the middle of my ongoing build project. But we're doing well, I would say. I think once the dome is complete, we'll work on another room. And then we'll start on the actual proper interior work in here. Because so far it's just a bunch of platforms suspended over water. And I do want to actually get some tables and stuff in here. And decorate it a little bit more. Bit too well? Got a warning to quiet down. Ah, that's a shame. But happy it's going well. Very happy for that. Okay. Ooh, they're really leaning over heavily now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting on the very edge here. So 4 and 4, and then this one is 6 long? Yes. Okay. The fact that I'm just barely out of beacon range at this point. Wow. But yeah, as always, if you gotta raid and run because you gotta take a walk or do some chores or whatever, you go ahead and do that. Practice self-care and everything. I do still very much so appreciate the raid. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the diagonal. And then once again we go into 2, into 2, into 4, into 6. Two, Then 4 along the diagonal. These diagonals are definitely the most annoying part. Because I gotta place temporary blocks to then break them again. But it's fine. Progress is progress, and we are certainly progressing. Okay, so 2, 2, 4. Two, and then just the diagonal over here. It's slow going, but we're getting somewhere. Next layer. And another cupcake. Of course, of course. Oh, we got another long stretch this time. Let's see. So it's covering the next 2 over. From either side, and then going straight across again. That's 2, 2, 2. Oh god, it's perfect diagonals. No, that means I have to use temporary blocks for everything. Two. Oh no, the perfect diagonals continue. That's 3 singular ones. 1, 2, 3. 2. And then it's straight across again. Okay. Probably gonna be facing a lot of these perfect diagonals now, huh? Had a lot less of these to worry about when I was near the bottom of the dome. But it's fine. I'll make it work. I can do that much. At the very least, I'm making it easier on myself by having a kind of instruction manual open. Imagine having to build a dome. A perfect dome. Without any kind of assistance. Yeah, I'd be done. There's no way I could do that much. Bum ba dum. Bum ba da dum. And finally, there we go. Another layer done. Moving on to the next one. Oh god. It continues. Okay, but it's not quite as bad. But we do have the long one being in perfect parallel now, which is... Well, this one is 3. The 2 also works. But then we got 4 singular ones, which obviously are on a perfect diagonal. The long one. Yes. And we will be facing the long one a few more times. Like right now. Is that an Elden Ring boss or something? It might as well be. Wait. What am I doing? There. Don't mess up on this construction, because again, I don't want the dome to be wonky, and with something like this, it's a lot harder to spot where exactly a mistake is, because it's a lot more complex of a structure. Gonna have to do another resource run soon. But, you know, fine by me, at least concrete isn't expensive. $3 EMC for 1 block of concrete is actually pretty nice. Maybe I should be building more with concrete because of how cheap it is. Like, it doesn't get a lot cheaper than 3 EMC. I mean, unless I were to build with cobblestone. Okay, moving on to the next layer. Oh, wow. So you know how we always had the long one? Well, not this time. There, that's the long one now. These ones are longer than the middle part now. Interesting how things change. Alright. And then, of course, this is on a perfect diagonal with 2. Then, oh, we've done it. We've entered the point where blocks touch each other, like where the sides of blocks touch each other, and they're not just connecting around corners. Can you believe we've made it this far? Which is definitely gonna make it a little bit more complex. Let's see. So we go like this. And then also, of course, none of it is touching the stuff again, which is annoying. We have a single block, and we do the maneuver around again, like this, into the double. There we go. There we go, look at that. But yeah, after this layer, we might not even make it all the way around. We're definitely gonna have to do another resource run in a second. Tragic. We might not even make it all the way around. Yeah, we definitely won't. Shame. Well, let's go grab more then. Okay, I had no idea how this would actually turn out looking, but Again, right now it's still very empty. But I think the dome idea is not that bad. Also, let's deposit all of this stuff. There we go. Concrete. And again, once the dome itself is done, we're gonna be doing the next room. Which, I think we're gonna be doing... I love that it's finally oxidizing. I think we're doing the next room, because so far in that one hallway we have Hex Maniac and Zelda. So I think we should keep going with the Nintendo stuff and add Bowsette next. I think that makes sense. I think it makes sense to add her next. Like, as far as the rooms are concerned. The actual next one to move in is gonna be Sayori, as I already said. You know, for as much as I appreciate Natsuki's cupcakes, I don't think I've actually eaten one yet. A crime, I know. I probably will once I run out of steak. Actually, hang on. 2:30? Oh my god! Her cupcakes have a higher EMC value than steak. A lot higher. One single cupcake can be exchanged for multiple steaks. Oh. Oh my. Okay, so this continues on like this. Ah, now we get the actual lyrics version. Like, we had the instrumental earlier. 2. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit more complicated now. Okay, this goes like that. Yes. I'll jump down for that in a second. So like that. And it moves along the edge here, right? Yes. Damn it. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so that goes 1, 2, 3. That goes 1, 2. Then we have the weird corner thing here. This little W shape. No! Don't fall. There we go. We have the W shape. Now it continues back over here. Okay, W shape. I hope after the next layer we'll be able to just build around without having to avoid corners like this. That'll make things a lot easier. Okay, then 2 into the W. Okay. Hopefully things will go a lot quicker now. I mean, each layer is also slimmer, so that should be helpful. Okay, we do have to go around corners again, which is... Okay, so we do this. And it also goes over like that. Okay. And here's the thing where it goes around the corner. Stupid. So that's 2. And that's an extended W, essentially. So it starts like this, then continues up until here, if I'm not mistaken. So it goes into a 1, 2, and then it continues into the big shape. Yes. Okay. The big one is back to being the big one. Not the long one now, because you can't call it long when it also has a protrusion. It's no longer straight long. Okay. And like that. Soon, though. Soon. We're almost done. Just hang in there a little bit longer. It'll all be worth it. Trust. No! Well, I am gonna go jump down and grab that in a second. Just gonna finish this layer first. There we go. Okay. That's another layer done. Getting there slowly but surely. Oh my god, it connects all the way around now. Okay, that's perfect. It does seem to still be, you know, perfectly aligned so there's no overlap, but I can just connect it up all the way around without having to place temporary blocks going forward. So it's 2 into this. And then an elongated W-ish shape again. Along the line here. And at the time where the W resolves, so where it becomes 2, it extends by 2 as well. So, 2 extension, into the 2, into a long W shape. Okay, it resolves into 2. Okay. We're so close to being done. Just a little bit more. And it extends by 2. Yep, looking good. Okay, next layer. Okay, so this one fills itself out entirely. And it goes on longer by 3 more blocks, which is exactly the space needed to fill that out. Okay. There we go. Stream 90. We are back at the fucking dome again. As you can see, we are closing in on the you know, sealing up of a portion of this. That's 3. That's in a kind of W shape again. All the way up until it resolves, I think. Yes. Now I know that this extends all the way across. And this one here is one longer. Okay. Trust me, you can tell this is gonna be nowhere as big as a problem as the stair project. Nowhere near as massive. Okay, it extends by 1 here. Then it extends by 1 here. And extends by 1. Okay. So close to finished. Okay, things are becoming wide now. Okay, so goes over by 2. And this part here is 3 thick. This is where it gets a little bit trickier, because I gotta actually ensure that it's always the appropriate levels of thick. It seems to always be 3 thick around the corner segments. So it goes like that. Two, and it goes in 1 further because that's the corner segment. Yeah, okay, got it. Whoops! Good thing I don't have fall damage. That would mean corner segment, so 1, 2, 3. Think I need to do another resource run, or do you think this is enough? It's gonna be a close call, definitely, but it might be doable. It might be doable. Maybe. Okay, next layer. Oh, this one's thick. Uh-huh. Let's fill out the edges over here first. And I'll do the proper circular shape in the middle afterwards. Probably easier for my brain to comprehend that way. Ooh, yeah, no, I think we are gonna have to make one more trip. We're definitely gonna have to make one more trip. But we should at least be able to finish off this layer. Okay. So I think it's 3. So that's 4 blocks, right? Yes. Yep, one more trip is gonna be necessary. But we are basically done. As we currently have the best music playing. I wonder if a bot can copy this? Probably. Thick, thick. Peak. Peak. Peak quota. Okay, this should be plenty now to finish. In fact, I'll probably have some left over, but I don't want to make another trip just because I underestimated how much I need. Okay, let's go. Yep, final layer. This is just filling in the gaps now. Okay. This is just filling this in as one last flat surface. That's all I was missing. It's gonna be almost as flat as Natsuki's chest. Yes, I went there. There we go. And that's the dome. Flat is justice, indeed it is. Ah yes, everyone's favorite track is playing. My left ear is enjoying this one very much. There certainly are some problems with picking the DDLC OST to play in the background, aren't there? Anyway, as I said, next up on the agenda is figuring out Bowsette's room. Randomly at 2 AM. Sadly relatable. Okay. Let's figure out Bowsette. Now, obviously she would have some kind of fire in her room, but we can't just use the netherrack strategy because that risks the floor catching on fire. So I have to pick something else. So probably campfires, I think. How does one make this? Okay, I have no idea how to get a cryptic magma block, so I can't make that. I have to resort to regular campfire. Which at the very least is easy to make. Green campfire, though. Also, I think brim powder actually I can find in the nether. But I think green fire, while great, wouldn't fit Bowsette particularly well. It would have to be orange or red. So let's grab some campfires. I also think they need to be lit, so I'm gonna have to grab some Actually, aren't they lit by default? I'll play it safe and grab some flint and steel anyway. What else? Bowsette. They are lit by default? Okay. What else would she need? Bricks. Honestly, might as well use Scorchia. That sounds fitting enough from a theming perspective. Then hang on. I think it's purple, right? I think Bowser's bed is canonically purple. We've seen his bed in the ending of Bowser's Inside Story, I believe. Let me check. Yes, it is purple. Okay, I remembered it right. Would you look at that? So yeah, purple it is. Probably best to grab 2 because it's gonna have to be a big one. Let's also grab some iron bars. And some I think just the regular small brick. Do they not have regular brick walls? No? I guess I'll grab the cut ones then. Then, wait, are there curtains? No, of course not. Would be too easy. So I guess I'll grab some red banners. Also red carpet, duh. With some green decorations in it, I think, would fit. Okay, I'll see how I can work with this so far. Leaning very heavily into the Bowser part rather than the Ed part. More leaning into Bowser than Ed, but in the end, Bowsette is just Bowser with a different look, so... Trying to make this work to the best of my abilities, but there's very limited space to work with, so, you know... No... The limited space issue is definitely a problem. Ah. How's you doing? Pretty well, all things considered. Just really struggling with space right now. Actually, maybe it should be more like you come in and see this, right? Yeah. Let's reposition this whole thing. But yeah, how are you doing, Neon? Hope you're doing well. Okay, let's try this again. So you come in. Be here. But we'd have to move it over so it's not perfectly centered when you come in. But it's fine, it'll have to do. Huh? Wait. Place it correctly. Like, so. actually, would it be nicer if I did this? No, not really. Let's keep this angle. Then, boom. Like that. And like that. And now I have space to actually put the bed over here. Which will not be super impressive, but still. Trying to kind of emulate the way it looks a little bit. I don't know. Check in before going back to sleep again? That's fair enough. Important exam? Quite well. Nice. If you finished it quite well, then I'm very happy to hear about that. Sometimes that is basically all you can ask for, to do quite well. Okay. Ooh. You know what? Idea. No, actually not idea. Not sure how I would space that nicely. Unless I do it with bars around. How would that look? Would the bars be extending too far? Would that look weird? No, I guess this could work. Natsuki. Oh, you know, things are happening. Hope things have been going well in Tomodachi Life, because I know I missed a few sessions. I'm sure I did, at least. Ooh, but that's so close to the corner that it connects to the wall. That is not good. No, that doesn't work. If I'm that close to the corner, I might as well put it entirely in the corner. The question is, do I do an opposite stair on top? Whoops. Nope. Like right there. Campfire in there. Also, that is not how I wanted that one to look. Still. There we go. Is it better with the opposite stair or without? I don't know. I think probably with. Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely could see this as a Bowsette room, right? Right? Not too much necessary to make it work. That actually works. Not much required in here other than a big old throne and the bed. That's all you need. Yeah, no, that works, that works. So let me officially assign the room. And that's that. Now next up, let's work a little bit on the interior design of our new restaurant. After that, we'll summon Sayori. So she can move in. Good question for me, Annie. Well, according to what Spinne said, I should be checking the chat messages in the voice channel, because that will probably give me a bit of a clue as to what might have been going on while I was away. I guess one more thing I could ask is, have any people moved in together yet, and are Natsuki and me included on the list if so? Let's see. Okay, I'm definitely gonna be using stairs, but what kind of stairs? Maybe actually transwood, considering that's what I used to change the water and everything. I'm gonna need stools. I'm gonna go for light gray. Let's grab more transwood stairs. Then, just a few minutes ago, but only them. Huh. Soon there'll be more, I'm sure. Soon there'll be more people moving in with each other. I want to try a few things. How does Flourishing Arc work? Okay, I might grab some of this. Arc wood. Apparently I haven't made fences yet. Let's change that. Thank you. Let's also make a fence gate. Thank you. Have I made archwood stairs yet? No. Thank you. Slabs. I already had those apparently. Pressure plate. Button. There we go. Just a few more things to toss in here real quick. Okay. I think I'll go with the arc wood. I wanted to add a variety of green, but I think using the 4 different colored leaf types here might actually be even better. I'll see how it works. I'll see how it looks. Check up on the Mies when 5 to 6 minutes, since that's when I have time in the morning. Okay. Let's keep the important stuff for later. Fair enough. Okay. Well, let's start. Let's start with like a full-on big ol' round table here. I think I'm gonna need to do this to get good work done in here. Mm-hmm. Yes. Actually, you know what? No. If I do accidentally build in that direction, so be it. Let's go. Let's keep the importance. Let's go. Ego 100% corrosion. Look at you go with the Limbus. Oh wow, I already ran out. Gonna have to grab more. I guess a stack isn't enough. But yeah, I think you're starting to see what I'm going for here, of the interior and everything. Let's just start laying out these tables first before I keep working on the trees. There we go. I think about 3 tables in each area is probably a good balance. Also, hi Tormuse, hello. Yeah. So are you on that spherical restaurant? Yeah, but it's slowly taking shape. The dome itself is done. The water is filled in. I'm starting to add in the tables, which will all have a little tree feature in the middle. We're getting somewhere now. I'll also have to spice it up a little bit by adding some more stuff in the water. Maybe add like some kind of, I don't know, chandelier or something in the middle. Maybe add some foliage around the dome itself. I want to fill this out with some nice greenery. That's the plan. But yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. Okay, next one will be here. So yeah, what I'm going for currently, I think, is 2 like full round tables and 1 like corner table per platform. That should be plenty of seating area and yeah. Here? And 1 more, and then I think we're good. For the time being, at least. Like, that. Okay. Let's start adding in the quote-unquote, logs for the trees. Like that. Greatest logs, I know, right? Actually, let me maybe go like this. There we go. Man, I love it when peak OST plays. Alright. And let's have one that just goes straight up. Uh-huh. And let's do this one, which will lean this way, and then go up. Okay. Actually, it does look a little bit weird if it doesn't have any bend in it. What if I actually let it branch out a little bit? Yeah, let's give some of them a few branches. Genius. Okay. Gonna need more leaves. There's no way this is gonna be nearly enough, but let's start filling these in. Joy often from midnight and then playing a video game for 1 hour plus. Imagine that. There we go. Totally not something you would do, right, Neon? Totally not. And out of leaves. Moving on to the next one. And once again, there's no way this will be enough leaves, but I'll place as many as I can. If I go back and grab like another stack of each, then that should be plenty to finish things up. And have something that looks somewhat decent. Alright. That. Okay. Let's make one that's like very evenly shaped up here. Just for no reason. But not perfectly even. There we go. And last ones I can place before I'm out. But I think this is starting to slowly come together. Start placing some opportunities to sit. Actually, I might be able to do it like this even. Actually, no. Yeah, they will be here. Alright. Oh, yeah. This is getting somewhere. This is getting somewhere. I'm not disappointed so far. I thought I might have ended up disappointed with how it looks, but no, no. This restaurant is turning into something. I mean, the main construction of it is done now. Now it's just a matter of figuring out if I can decorate it a little bit more nicely. Doesn't just PTSD in you? I mean... Yes. How curious. The word has been too ingrained. Also, we've officially overflowed. I have more than a stack of cupcakes. I will actually toss some in here now for extra EMC. Okay. So I need more leaves. Of all of these varieties. Whoops. And then we have to decide what else should go in there. Like, again, I'm thinking of maybe adding greenery to the dome itself and maybe hanging something from the ceiling. Also, definitely putting something in the water. Some nice water features are an absolute requirement in here. Okay. Let's finish off the blue area. Good night. Good night, Neon. Actually, the blue area doesn't even look that bad. Did I actually manage to... Ah, no, no. This definitely needs some more covering up down here. Purple. Definitely needs more here. Okay. Red. The string is still a bit exposed. Not anymore. And I get another cupcake for my troubles. Okay. I think we're starting to look at something somewhat decent here. Okay, I know this one still needs some covering up. Probably stop here before I start trying to overcorrect the smallest things. Okay, let's think about what to add to the water. That's the next thing on the agenda. I have a few things in mind. Some of which needs to be tested first. Let's grab some moss. And some... Whoop. Some lily pads. Some... leaves. Flowering oak I'll try. Actually, azalea would be best probably. If azalea... There it is. Yeah, let's actually go for that one instead. Azalea and flowering azalea, some of this. Then I need some flowers, I think. Grab some roses, some lily of the valley. I know I have more flower types. Just knowing that I can't just search up flower and find it. There we go. Maybe some tulips of different colors. I think those would actually work best. You know what? Let's just lean into the tulips. Okay. Now, I gotta run a test first. Can I? Yes! Okay, that's all I needed to know. Also, the green ones aren't optimal. Put them back. Okay. I had a flower chest somewhere, didn't I? I'm sure I still have some more of those flowering lily thingamajigs. Should be around here. What? Nope. Maybe there's somewhere over here. Huge water lily, I think that's the one. Okay. Let's take this, spice up the water a little bit. Whoops. Actually, there we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. This is starting to get somewhere now. Ah, good stuff. Suddenly it's gonna be so much nicer in here. All thanks to a little bit of a splash of greenery. Though I am probably gonna have to go and grab more leaves again. Yeah, already running out. Let's grab some of these. Also, this gives me an easy way to get back out of the water now. Is that a bit too big, perhaps? Yeah. Let's shrink it down a bit more. He said, inadvertently ending up making it bigger. There we go. Alright. Got a few more flowers to place. And I ran out. Look at this! Yeah, no, I'm definitely starting to like how this is turning out. Really using all those lily pads and stuff I've been collecting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I think all I want to grab now is a few more tulips and some more leaves. I mean, seriously, you can't tell me you wouldn't want to eat there. It looks like such a nice place to chill. But yeah, again, I think after we're done with the water feature, it's time to bring in Sayori. Okay. Tulips. Let's grab some pink ones. Some more yellow. Especially like these. A little bit of purple still. An orange. Maybe 3 more red. And azalea leaves. And that should be everything I need. Also, hi Eric. Eric, please give me your honest opinion on how the restaurant is turning out. Because the more I work on it, the more I'm like, yeah, this might not actually be bad. Okay, gonna add some more leaves in here. Alright. And finally, just a few more tulips. I can add like another white one here. Actually, put that up there. This area is still missing some, so we'll put purple there. And a white one, and an orange one. Is that already everything I needed to place? Are we good? Ah, wait, this point. Yeah. Yellow. This one. And some red. This spot is still not taken, so we go pink. Okay, I think that's all I need. Whew. Okay. I'm starting to like it. It was a little bit plain and boring, but I think adding in the greenery really helped liven things up. In fact, I'll probably add a little bit more of a touch of pink here, because there was no pink there up until now. And I think I'll move this one over by one and make it a white one. Yeah. So we have the full color variety in the middle. Whew. Experimenting in horror with FNF. Alright, I see. Alt everywhere at the end of funk mod. Interesting. Also, double-digit streak. Very nice. Oh, right, the doorway. How could I forget the doorway? How would that look if I just used regular azalea leaves here? I mean, I guess it kind of works. I'll leave it like that for now. I'll probably change them at some point to maybe flowering ones or something. Whew. Alright. How's the oxidization going? Progress! Okay. For now, though, next objective, Sayori. Next objective is Sayori. Her room has been finished for quite a while. It's time we finally move her in. The final Doki. The final Doki that hasn't moved in yet. Okay. So what's the cheapest thing I can give her? I guess cookies are cheap. Yeah, she does like cookies, so I'll probably go for those mostly. Oh, rose bush apparently is also included in the list. Maybe I'll go for some of that too. But mostly cookies. Alright, Sayori, it's time. How about some roses? Okay, she did enjoy those. But yeah, cookie time. Are you ready for cookie time? Oh, oh my god, she's really ready for cookie time! Oh no! I did not think she was quite that ready for cookie time. Oh, she's desperate for the cookie. Oh, she wants the cookie. I should have seen this coming. Oh, I should have seen that coming. Okay, fine. I did not think she would start chasing me down when I'm holding cookies. But I don't know what else I should have expected, honestly. So you're into any situation with cookie. Apparently so. Cookie. Oh. Cookie. I have cookie. Oh. Cookie. Oh, here she comes. Nope. No cookie. Alright, take cookie. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Just to confirm. It's only the cookies, right, that she's after, right? Yeah, no, she doesn't care. Like, this is another item she likes. This is another item she likes, but she only chases me if I have cookies. Look. Cookie? Oh, never mind. Now she doesn't care. Oh, wait, there she comes. Alright, now I switch to the rose bush, which she also likes, but she doesn't chase. Interesting. Tricky in disguise, I guess. Also, hi, Slayer. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a great day. Ooh, Slayer, you want to see the restaurant, how it turned out so far? I might still add some stuff to it. Again, I might add some greenery to the dome itself. But overall, like, the seating area and everything else is basically done. You know what? Sayori, if you want to follow me to the dome, so be it. We're going up there now. Oh. Sayori? Oh, there she comes. Alright, Sayori, come on, we're going upstairs. Oh. You good? Sayori. I would appreciate it if you would close half of the doors. There we go. That door she was able to close completely. Imagine that. But yeah, look! This is how it turned out so far. Cookie. Took a while to get there. The dome itself was probably a little bit more tedious than it needed to be. But yeah, I think this is an area where one can chill. Relax and consume. For the time being, I think I might just leave it as is. Though I feel like there needs to be some kind of big centerpiece. I like you. Do you like me? The cookie says it all. Another east side squared, if you will. Imagine squaring the east sides. Head pat. Head pat again. Fashion music as soon as she says she likes you. Indeed. Also, why? Get down from the railing. Get down from the railing. Don't you jump over the railing. It's there for a reason. Get over here. I have cookie. There you go. Actually, come with me. We need to go back downstairs. I forgot I don't have a ring for you yet. I mean, I could also just leave her up here for a moment. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. After I give her the next gift, I'll just run down there for a second. Got them all now? She will be the final Doki. The final Doki, and then we have them all moved in. Naturally, that doesn't mean we're done moving in more people. There'll be plenty more. Alright, I'll be right back, Sayori. You stay up there. I gotta get something. Also, a reminder for anyone who's unaware how mini-maps work, the red dots on the map are indicating hostiles, so monsters. If there's a red dot, it's a monster. If there's a blue dot, it's... If there's a gray dot, it's a passive animal, and if it's blue, then yeah, it's a tamed thingy. So yeah, so Yori's considered a monster. Ain't that lovely? You know what? Here's another gift, just because I can give you another gift. All right. All right, time to do it. Here. Goal reached. Bundle of sunshine. Okay, now on to the sad part. The part that always has to happen. Sayori was slain by Monica. Outfit 2. Outfit 3. And yeah, again, why? Honest question. Why is Natsuki the only one who doesn't get a swimsuit outfit? Everyone has their uniform, their casual outfit, and their swimsuit. Except for Natsuki. Natsuki does not get the swimsuit outfit. And apparently Sayori also gets a 4th outfit, because why not? Why wouldn't she get 4? I mean, to be fair, that is a good outfit. She's Mr. Cow. Sayori, no. Alright, casual outfit. There we go. The Halloween costume, indeed it was. Alright, Sayori, you good? Come with me. I'll show you your room. You have some neighbors already. Right. Come on in. Sayori? What the? When I said come on in, I didn't mean teleport on top of me. Anyway, enjoy your room. Wander alone. There we go. But yeah, this is perfect. Now, if this room doesn't scream Sayori, I don't know. It's the best I could do, given what I had available. And again, I still think, to this day, the carpet is what really brings it together. Something about the carpet just screams Sayori more than anything. Anyway, she's officially moved in. That means we have 5 residents. 5 residents have officially moved in now. Because he doesn't dare dress like that near you? Ah, yes. And I should kill her for more outfits. I mean, that's what I did. That's how it looked like. No, that is not what happened. Forget about that immediately. You know what? I think in tomorrow's stream, we'll think about room 1. In tomorrow's stream, we'll finally think about room 1. Something has to happen with that sooner rather than later. And I already have plans, don't you worry. You know what, they're sitting up there, I really need somewhere else to put them. Let's just send them to the garden. That makes more sense. Alright, come on in. That's one. Where's the other? There you are. Why don't you go ahead and go to the center? There we go. Oh, no, 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 no. There we go. Good boy and unnamed. The only reason they even exist is because I did some tests. They're only alive because of some tests I did in this world. But hey, I can't just kill them. Oh god! Do you see the names in the sky? You know, the fake sky actually does make it kind of menacing because you're like, there's people there. I can't see them, but I see their name tags. They're just flying there menacingly, invisible to the naked eye. Did you install a horror mod? I mean, essentially what it feels like. Alright, let's deposit some more stuff. Also, to once again reiterate upon the horror, I assume there's gonna be one more. One more horrible achievement now. No! Oh my god, she can't be ruined. She can't be ruined. Sayori is apparently safe. Sayori's completely safe from Monika's grasp. Interesting. It's just Yuri and Natsuki who are not safe from Monika and her code alterations. Still not sure how to do this, by the way. I mean, I'll figure it out at some point. Don't you worry. Alright, how is the oxidization looking? Really? None of these are done? Shame. Oxidize faster. I am an NPC. I guess I am. Alright, let's take another look at the map. Oh god. Massive white dome all of a sudden appeared. I mean, it's nowhere near as big as the farm area. Duh. But that's still a pretty big build. A pretty big part of the base, all things considered. I mean, it's bigger than the library. I mean, it's not as big as the hotel itself, obviously. It is part of the hotel, though. It is part of the hotel. So, I think the hotel might eventually overtake the farm area, unless I do another farm expansion. Oh, we haven't done a farm expansion in a while. Should we do that again? That's always fun, isn't it? Make this room even bigger. You know, the room where it's already very hard to see the other end of it when you're inside. I mean, maybe. Maybe I should do another farm expansion just because it has been a while. And there are plenty of crops I can still plant. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I mean, it should be a lot easier now than it used to be, because I have the whole EMC thing, which I didn't have before. Speaking of EMC, just gonna grab this stuff real quick to replenish. This should help a little bit, you know. I like having right-click harvest. Alright. About how weird it is that even leave the guy for creepy videos on YouTube did a video about DDLC for Friday Night Funkin'. I mean, I don't know why that would be weird. DDLC is a horror game. FNF has horror mods, but it's not inherently a horror game, so... Can't say I am familiar with that person either, but hey. You do you. Everyone knows different internet personalities. I know the big ones, and that's about it. Hey, remember when my sugarcane was just an ugly purple? And it isn't anymore? Insane. Ba-da-da-dum. We haven't harvested the stuff in a while, have we? Even though it is definitely beneficial to do so. Again, just for the EMC that it gives us. Especially since I used up so much of it frequently. Can this? Oh my god, yes, this can also be right-click harvested. I mean, it's still not going to be anywhere near as efficient as the other farms. But still. By the way, in case you're curious, I already know a few things that I would be adding to the farm when I expand it. Those mainly being the fruits from, the fruits that grow on the arcwood trees. I would definitely be planting all of those, especially because, for one, they're not actually bad either, and for another, I can't exactly replicate them in the EMC, in the transmutation table. So I need to plant them if I want to get more of them. So yeah, I would probably plant those with the next expansion. Which again, when have I done the last expansion? How many streams ago was that? Probably way too many. Also, why is there not a single glowberry here? Would have thought there would be at least one that grows. We've had glowberries before. Why aren't there any growing right now? Huh. This stuff is still acting weird. How quick? Actually, not very quick. Even though that's a maze breaker. I mean, it's not the most efficient tool for the job. Still, I thought with the efficiency it has, it would still mine it relatively quickly. Anyway, let's put all this into our transmutation table. Okay. Reminder why EMC is so good. One carrot has an equivalent EMC value to a steak. So yeah, I can harvest a carrot, which only gives 1.5 hunger, and trade it for a steak, which gives 4 full hunger bars. At a 1-to-1 exchange. Insane. Don't know how to love you. I sometimes really do forget how slow oxidization is. I mean, it's getting there, slowly, but it's getting there. You know what, maybe we can figure out some more rooms. Also, have there seriously already been more things spawning in? I hate it. Stop spawning. Stop spawning. There must be some way to prevent spawns, but I'm not sure how. Anyway, let's think about things. Let's think about things. Totem. Okay. Who else should move in soon? Which waifu could we build a room for? I see. I see what you mean by the change up, but still. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that some stuff is just horror and therefore makes more sense. You know what's sad about this whole thing here? Some of these waifus are gonna be so hard for me to build rooms for, because... How did you get in here? Oh, apparently I didn't kill a forest squirrel yet. How do they get in here? Did I leave a door open to the garden for a while? But even then, how would they get into this room? Anyway, as I was saying, some rooms are gonna be hard for me to build because I don't know all of these characters. I don't know shit about Mystia or Velvet or Yuno. I don't know who these characters are. Loving the playlist? Yeah. Today's playlist is the DDLC soundtrack. And I mean, if I follow Spinner's advice, then I already know what tomorrow's playlist is gonna be, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I'm still deciding. I wonder if there are any names you recognize. You mean like, perhaps these 4 specifically? I could research them. Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do. I mean, I could go for Makima and Power, for example. Have those be neighbors. It makes sense, all things considered. I mean, they are from the same series, so... And I feel like 02 would be a decent neighbor for Power as well, right? So maybe have like these 3 be neighbors. Makima next to Power and Power next to 02. Because these 2 definitely feel like they would get along. And these 2 because they're from the same series. That is just, yeah. Simple enough. Ooh, Kaguya. Ooh. Where would she be in this whole thing? Could her neighbors be? Changed a man not too long ago. Well, there you go then. I feel like this is, why would this feel like something Monica would do? What, you mean like figuring out who's a good neighbor? Also, did I say hi to you yet, Star? If not, I'm sorry, and I've said it now. And yeah, it sure looks different, doesn't it, huh? No, no, this is Kaguya Kaguya, as in Love is War Kaguya. Kaguya-sama Kaguya. Let's see. Again, Yuno is one I don't know. Toru is in here. I definitely can figure something for her out. Sue, I definitely can figure something out for. Again, I know these characters at least. Marin, I mean, I'm just gonna have to put a bunch of armor stands with different outfits in her room. That'll help. Yep, indeed, the Dragon Maid is here. Toga and Ochako, I mean, they're obviously gonna be neighbors for super obvious reasons. And I probably can figure something out for them. And that is indeed Sue from Monster Musume. It do be her. Hinata, I mean... I know next to nothing about Hinata. I know that she exists, but that's about it. Same for Nami. Fourth row, third? Oh, you mean Toru? I mean, we already have room for Hexmaniac, Ram, and Rem. Asuna is another one I know nothing about. For Asuna, I am not even aware of the character whatsoever. Similarly for Velvet. Don't know, there's many Velvets out there. I don't recognize this design. I think so, yes. Yeah, I think that's her. And I think Nami from, is Nami from One Piece? I'm gonna sound stupid if I'm wrong, but again, I know nothing about these two other than that they exist. Tiger. Which Tiger? There's many Tigers out there too, and I don't know. Don't know who this is. Like, here are 3 in a row where I don't know anything about them. 4 in a row, actually, because I also don't know anything about Mystia. Toho? Okay, so if I want to build a room for Mystia, I should turn to you for advice, Spinner. Is that correct? And obviously we also already have a room for Miku.
Hi, it's me.
So, yeah, quite a few characters who I will not have any clue about. Ah, there we go. Progress.
Any good at it yet, like at all.
Finally. It oxidized. Research is required. Indeed it is.
Really hard on.
Okay. Alright, the feathers were over here. Running around all over the place, trying to find where I put stuff. Where did I put the fucking feathers? I had them somewhere over here. There they are. Oh, right. By the way, I should probably do this now before I end up forgetting. I should probably do it now before I end up forgetting. We have to call the vote. We have to call the vote today. Let's see the results of the next mod of chat's choice. It's a tie. It's a tie between... It's a tie between Pam's Harvestcraft 2 and Immersive Paintings. You did vote on it, Spinne, you did. You actually voted for both of the current winners. So if you were to undo one of your votes, that would immediately let the other one win, technically. So you could be the one who decides right now. That wasn't a blast because it was a pay-to-win server. Ooh, yeah, that's a yikes. That's a yikes. And by undoing your vote for option 7, that means option 3 wins, Spinne. So option 3 wins, which means Pam's Harvestcraft 2 will be the next Mod of Chat's Choice to be added, which will officially happen on stream number 90, actually. Oh my god, we're getting very close. Let me also officially announce it on the Discord while we're here. So those who aren't in the stream are also aware of what's going on. There we go. Anyway, back to the game. What mod is it for the waifus? That would be Waifu Craft. It is the name. I realize I never really deposit all my levels that I have. There we go. 110 levels stored up in there. That's not a small number. Probably also not a very big number. Still feel like there should be something behind the counter, right? But what? God, I like this now. Why do I actually like this restaurant so much more than I thought I would? Feels like such a nice chill out area. On hanging lamps? Glowstone or lanterns? Theoretically a good idea, the problem is how those would connect, because those are slabs, so it's gonna be hard to connect them up without turning that into a full block, and then it looks weird. Oh, the restaurant. Oh, fair enough. Seems very Japanese. You know, I was tempted to use cherry blossoms here. But I decided using the different colors from Arkwood actually looks quite nice. Yeah, the roof does still look a bit empty. Again, I'll think of something. I'll think of something. But right now I am concerned about this, because this is what you see immediately when you come in. It's not bad, but it definitely feels like there could be something behind here. Trying to think. And whatever there... I mean, it couldn't be anything too massive after all. Because there isn't too much space here. Ow. I forgot that Monica actually takes fall damage. Unlike me. I mean, she does, though. How dare she? Let me try something, actually. And then... And then I'm gonna need this. And then... panels? Gonna need to be small here real quick. And don't get me wrong, the table kind of works, but I think the chest is a bit much. Actually, maybe if I put the chest like that, and add like the table here. I'm gonna need another banister though. Let's try that. Actually, maybe I'll actually keep the backboard too. Hang on. And then add like the banister thingies. Or would that look too busy with that back there? Maybe I'll just leave the chest and do nothing else. Yeah, sure. Doesn't need to be too busy back there. Actually take the stairs this time. That's what they're there for. Also, nothing has spawned in yet. Nah, but there were already things in there when I brought the wolves in. For a second I was like thinking maybe the wolves actually prevent stuff from spawning, but actually that bird was in there earlier, so that doesn't count. Who knows? Okay, so I think we'll move Makima Power and 02 into this hallway now, going forward. I think we'll start... Should Makima be in the very back? Or would Makima be more like close to the central hallway? For the tactical advantage, I don't know. I don't know where to put Makima, honestly. Put her far out of reach or put her very centered? What a dilemma. What a dilemma indeed. I'm leaning towards putting her in the far corner. You can tell from the fire sound effects. Man, I can't wait for Bowsette to move in. Or any of them, really. A lot of these are gonna be pretty fun. You know what? Let's actually work on one more room today, shall we? Let's try doing Makima's room. So, Makima's room, huh? Well, obviously every room needs a bed. Hers is just gonna be black. She has very much so an office kind of setting, so I think... You're gonna come in. And she'll have like... Hang on, I'm thinking about this. What would the desk be made out of? Again, desks are probably best made out of planks, but what kind of planks? Can't be spruce because that's the floor. How does the transmutation work? Right, so most items have an EMC value assigned, which you see here. So that a black stool has 156 EMC. Essentially, when I put something in the transmutation table, the transmutation table gains EMC equivalent to the material I put in, and I can pull materials out of it as long as I can afford it in terms of EMC, and I have put it in there before. So for example, when I first made the EMC table, it had nothing, the transmutation table, it had nothing registered in it. It was empty. After I put dirt in, it tells me, okay, dirt has 1 EMC. As long as I can put in stuff that equals 1 EMC, I can get dirt out of it, because that's also equal to 1 EMC. It's basically equivalent exchange. So essentially I could trade in 156 pieces of dirt for 1 black stool. So long as I have put a black stool in here before. I need to feed stuff into the transmutation table first for it to recognize that stuff, so I can make it. Example, I can't make cherry planks right now, because I haven't learned it yet. But if I had learned cherry planks, I could make them for a cost of 8 EMC. Same for maple. But I can make crystallized planks, for example. But yeah, not every item has an EMC value. For example, I can't make black wool panels, for example. Or the maze breaker. Or a giant sword. Like, not everything can be made, and some stuff is very expensive to make. Like, a warp stone costs over 20,000 EMC. Now back to thinking about what material to use. Palm. That's the Tropicraft palm logs specifically. Okay. Let's make some of this stuff. And while I'm at it, I'll learn what I can. Palm. There we go. Wait. What? Can wooden axes not strip logs? No way. I can't strip them in... How do I strip them? At the... Okay, that's actually stupid. For some reason, they can't be stripped. Okay, moving on. Oh, right, because I'm using the wrong ones. Duh. Apparently they don't exist as stripped versions. Let's make this stuff so it's registered. Oh, that only makes a singular sign instead of 3. Interesting. Button pressure plate. Door. Door. Oh. Door, apparently. Ah! Look at that! Oopsie daisy! See why I need the... I think the developers of Tropicraft messed up a little bit here. But you see why I need the mod to have no more conflicting crafting recipes. Something's wrong here. Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem with the crafting recipes here? How did they even mess that up? I have no idea. It's not even like it's a small mod that nobody cares about. It's Tropicraft. Tropicraft is a decently well-known mod. I mean, not one of the big names out there, but definitely decently known, right? So yeah, that's very weird. Okay, what else do we need in her room? Now it's getting a lot harder. We have a bed, We have enough to make, like, an office-ish desk, which you will see when you walk in. Oh, Makima. Clocks are expensive, but you know what? I'll frame one. Behind her desk, because why not? Or maybe above the door. I'll think about it. Makima is definitely a bit of a mystery, so it's not super easy to figure out. What else to give her? What do andesite bars look like? I'm curious. I can work with those. They're definitely cheaper than iron bars. Ah, it's great. I have an idea of what to make. Not sure if it's super fitting, but I feel like it's kind of up Makima's alley. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, so first things first, as I said, you come in here and will immediately be greeted by, like... Actually... like a desk setup like this. She should be right like here, so that would be straight across from the entrance when you walk in. Let's put something here for a moment, just so I can do that. And then... Actually, gonna have to move it over a little bit after all. I'm gonna need the space if I want to do what I'm trying to do. Gonna need as much space as I can get. So we'll have it like that. Same deal though. This goes here. Temporarily placing that. Whoops. Also, I just now noticed that it actually connects upwards if there's something placed on top of it. Interesting. Alright, gonna need to grab another water bucket. Of course there's chains. I mean, yeah. This should do the trick. The water is not even gonna look nice. It's purple because we're so far in the back. Whoops. Should I make the paper wall this high? Yeah, I think so. Probably a good idea. Lock right over the door. I don't know, do you think this is a Makima-like room? I mean, the main thing I could think of her, for her was like this kind of office thing. You come in, you're immediately like greeted by her. But this would have just been it. So I had to think like, okay, Makima is a horrible person deep down, so what can I do? Oh, right! Nothing. Okay, I was playing another window. I underestimated a mini-boss. Ooh, sorry to hear. It sounds like a bit of a yikes. But hey, that's exactly why you should never underestimate people. Never underestimate your opponents. Personal dungeon does seem fitting. Indeed, indeed. Hey, at the very least, I was kind enough to add food and water into the cell for, yeah, some reason. The implication by the chains being that the person was chained right between them and couldn't reach either. Which, oh my god, very dark. Probably also not something beyond Makima. I don't have a bed yet. I still need to figure out where exactly to place her bed. I could just put it right there behind her desk. Maybe. Maybe if I add another, like, wall back here. Yeah, no, this feels very office-like as you come in. Just like office, if you look behind, there's her bed where she can sleep, and then you look the other way and it's her own little dungeon. They drink purple stuff, they gotta drink the purple stuff. It's just water. It just happens to be purple. Alright then. Makima. Boom. Done. Alright, that's 2 new rooms constructed today, the restaurant area finished, and added a little bit of something here. Why do I actually like this so much? Why do I actually think this turned out nice? Like, oh my god. This was supposed to look decent. It wasn't supposed to actually look like something that I would come back to and enjoy. Let's do one more check over here. Nothing changed. Okay, let's drop everything we have back into storage. And prepare for fishing, and then we'll continue tomorrow. Consume. I'm actually tempted to just break this thing and put it away. I don't need this to be here anymore. Who cares about however much FE I lose? It's actually bothering me at this point. Away it goes. It's been standing there so long, not being used whatsoever, so if I'm not gonna use it anyway, I might as well put it into storage. Yeah, the best thing I have is definitely the transmutation stuff. It makes things so much easier. Because I never have to be like, oh, I need this particular wood type. I can just farm any wood type and then transform it over here, because I can just be like, okay, I need logs. And then I just toss in mahogany logs, which are equal to 32 EMC, and pull out withering oak logs, which are also equal to 32 EMC. I love the law of equivalent exchange. Makes things so much easier. Okay. Now, I do have something fun planned for tomorrow. For one thing, definitely we're going to be figuring out to design for room number 1. But there's also another thing that I want to... do. You'll see what when we get to it. Hang on. I could start combining these things already. Lure 3 is the maximum. So this one is maxed out. Where does Unbreaking cap again? Is it 4? No, Unbreaking also caps at 3. So if I combine these two... and then I have Luck of the Sea 1, and then I can add Lure 3 on top of it. Is it time to finally get a good fishing rod? We'll do it next time. Next time we'll get a good fishing rod too, if I feel like it. I'll just grab a basic fishing rod. A rod. I think next time it's finally time we make a good fishing rod. What does it need? Well, obviously Unbreaking 3 and Mending, as well as Luck of the Sea 3 and Lure 3. Well, a combination of these 4 things, we will have the perfect fishing rod. I'll return to default. I'll assume the position. There we go. And then tomorrow we'll continue from here. I will hopefully remember to do the AFK fishing before we start the stream, but that'll happen when we get to it. So, let's get rid of the music. And instead of the music, let's figure out who we can raid. Should we raid Alex again? Because it's been a hot minute since we raided Alex last. Not sure I am super knowledgeable about Ultra Kill, but I know that Ultra Kill is very popular, isn't it? So if Ultra Kill is very popular, then at least a few of you will probably appreciate raiding over into an Ultra Kill stream. So I guess Alex it is today. Can find out what Ultra Kill is about. It's about killing in an ultra kind of way. And I've heard many things about it. I've seen like snippets of the gameplay, but it doesn't look like the type of game that I would actively play. So yeah, definitely not what something I would actively play, but I can definitely see the appeal from the little bit I've seen. But yeah, bye everyone. Have a great time. Thank you so much for joining me, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, to those of you watching this after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And you know what? If you want to catch me live in the future, simply check the video description down below. There's a link to my Twitch. I stream every single Friday and Saturday, and sometimes other days of the week too, so be sure to swing by. Also, I rarely ever advertise my Discord, but if you ever want to vote on which mods get added, as you've noticed that we've concluded a mod vote today, you can do so on the Discord. I will select all the mods that chat suggests, and then put them up for vote, and every 10 streams, one of those gets added into my mod pack. And the one is the one that gets the most votes in that particular time frame, obviously. But yeah, that's it from my end. Thank you so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you around in the future. Of course, no pressure, only if you want to swing by. Until then, have a good one, and goodbye.